This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
All right, the time right now is 4:27 here. We finally made it to Friday. Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey, and we have this guy back with us today.
I'm Rafael Sanchez in for Meredith Barrick. I was Lauren Casey for 3 days. Now I'm Lauren for one day.
It's tricky.
I'm so confused,
You're
but
all
I'm
over the
glad
place.
it's Friday. Beautiful
Yes.
Friday. TGIF. This lady, everyone knows, it's Alyssa Donovan. You get to be you all week.
Yes, yes.
Hi.
You know what? And you know what? I'm bringing some nice weather with me today.
Yes, perfect timing.
So that's the good news. We do have just a few showers to the south of us this morning, but that's going to clear out as we head through the day. We're going to start out with some cloud coverage, and then that's going to clear out as well. We're going to see plenty of sunshine this afternoon. The good news today as well is that we are going to see that humidity drop off. It's going to be drier out, which just means it's going to be a lot more comfortable outside. Temperatures into the mid-70s, and that's where we're going to stay for the weekend, which I know that's what you want to hear, Rafael.
You will be a fan favorite. You and Todd will be loved all day today throughout all
Wonderful.
Central Indiana. Thank you so much.
Yes, looking forward to that cool down.
Yeah.
Okay, here in the news, we want to get to some of our top stories today. And up in Noblesville, we have a group of parents that formed after that school shooting. And right now, they're talking about some issues that they want to address. So a lot of kids have been bringing guns to school this year, about 5 so far, which is really a lot.
Wow.
It's out of control. Any parents would be worried about this. So they're trying to put some pressure on lawmakers to do something about this. And so we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into what the group up here in Noblesville wants to happen, hopefully to keep some students safe, but obviously controversial issues. So we're going to be talking more about gun safety in schools.
We're also taking a look at a serious gun threat at the Indianapolis Housing Agency, the state's biggest public housing agency, where a veteran really made a threat yesterday, threatening to shoot up the place. And so this morning, we're expecting to see more of police presence there. This veteran was facing eviction from his home and expressed some anger issues. Of course, he was detained. We expect to see more police on site today, even though that suspect was arrested, of course, causing a lot of fear in downtown Indianapolis yesterday. And of course, they'll be reviewing all their security measures today.
Yes, and another story we're going to bring to you today is part of our Hiring Hoosiers Classroom to Career series. We've been talking about these all month long, getting students ready to go from school to those future jobs, and good jobs at that. And here's a fun industry to talk about. I don't think we've touched on this yet, the music industry. And our own Aaron Lish is going to be at J. Everett Career Center talking about how students there are getting prepared for careers in music.
And how appropriate on the day that Taylor Swift drops her new album. So maybe the next
Maybe
Taylor
they're being
Swift,
inspired.
Yeah, will come from right here in Indianapolis. Maybe the next Babyface, right?
Yes, you never know. And so we're going to be checking in with Aaron about that program. Plus, we'll have your local news, weather, and traffic coming up right here on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is Friday, August the 23rd. A local group says more should be done to prevent guns from getting into Hoosier schools. This morning, what they're calling for and how state dollars could make this happen.
Plus, a gruesome Southern Indiana murder case comes to an abrupt end. New this morning, the reason prosecutors say they need to find a new panel of jurors.
And the Indigo Red Line preparing for passengers, preparing for you, and so working for you. We're getting a first-hand look at the new buses and how the lines will now operate. It is TGIF on this Friday. I'm Rafael Sanchez in for Meredith Barrick. I hope you're having a great Friday morning already.
Yes, and I'm Lauren Casey. Meredith is off today, enjoying an extended weekend, and we hope that you enjoy a nice weekend of weather. And Alyssa Donovan is here to break it all down for us.
Yes, and we are in store for a beautiful weekend. We had that humidity. We've had showers this week and thunderstorms. Things are calming down today. We just have a few showers to the south of us, and then it is going to be a dry day and a dry weekend with those temperatures a little bit below average. Plenty of sunshine as well. Right now, starting a little cooler this morning. We're in the 60s to the north, 60 in Peru. It's 63 right now in Tipton, 69 in Indianapolis. You'll notice as you step outside, it's not as humid as it has been the past couple mornings, and that's due to that cold front that passed through yesterday. We still have just a few lingering showers to the south of us, right to the south of Bloomington, moving through Seymour right now. Most of that activity is going to stay to the south this morning, and it's going to clear out as we head into mid-morning. So all of that is from from that cold front that moved through. High pressure is going to build in the rest of the day and into the weekend, so we are going to see those showers move out, and then we'll see a lot of that cloud coverage move out as well. So we're starting a little bit cloudy this morning, and then we will see plenty of sunshine as we head through the day. Light winds, temperatures climbing into the mid-70s.
Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take a look at traffic right now. No major issues to report on the roads. Here's a live look at I-70 and Minnesota Street. A little bit of a trouble spot here. Yesterday's morning commute, but right now everything is moving along up to speed, both eastbound and westbound on I-70. No problems here. So let's take a turn right now, get a look at the detour route and a construction zone here on I-465 and I-70 on the east side of town. Look at those barrels there on your screen. You'll have to navigate through that area if you're traveling on the east side. This is a spot we're going to keep an eye on this morning, and we'll let you know if there are any crashes or delays. Raphael?
The time now is 4:32. A school safety group formed by parents in the aftermath of the Noblesville West Middle School shooting wants the state to do more to prevent violence. So far this month, there have been at least 5 reported cases of students bringing guns to schools all across central Indiana, from Muncie to Indianapolis. The group Noblesville Stands Together is now calling for security changes in schools and resources to address the emotional health of children, as well as responsible gun ownership.
We have gun owners in our group, several of them. I have hunted. I enjoy shooting sporting clays. The problem is not guns. The problem is the fact that people who should not have guns have too easy access to guns.
Putting this all in perspective, every school district in our state is required to have a school safety specialist. And after the Noblesville shooting, the state legislature, they passed a bill that increased safety funding by $5 million each year for the next 2 years.
At 4:33 this morning, students and staff at Greene County School will not attend class after being forced out of their building yesterday afternoon. That closure surrounds a hazardous material incident at Eastern Greene Elementary Middle School complex east of Bloomfield. The Greene County EMA director says that several people were sent to area hospital for observation, but no major injuries were reported. Authorities are still working to determine the cause of that incident, but they say this is not related to a gas leak. Eastern Greene school officials say nobody is being allowed in that building under air quality until the air quality can be tested. Well, it's do-over for a gruesome Southern Indiana case in the courtroom.
Yes, so a judge, they issued a mistrial of the case against Joseph Oberhansley. He's accused of killing his ex-girlfriend back in 2014, then eating parts of her remains. The ruling was made after a witness called by prosecutors brought up Oberhansley's past drug use. The judge says that information could have prejudiced the jury. Oberhansley's attorney says the development is disappointing.
You feel like you were ready to go, and then suddenly you can't go anymore. So it's kind of very much a letdown. So because I've been with this case since the beginning, and was hoping to see it to the end here this month.
The judge says that new trial will now begin on September the 3rd. A new jury will have to be selected from the original pool of candidates in Hamilton County.
At 4:35, driving around high water signs could force you to pay big time if you're down in Bartholomew County. Superior Court Judge Kathleen Corridon is giving violators the option of paying a $500 fine or having their driver's license suspended for 30 days. Now, this only applies to her court. Corridon says she recognizes the potential dangers and decided to take action as an additional incentive. Bartholomew County Sheriff Matthew Myers supports that decision. He says rescuing people from high water poses a danger to deputies and first responders alike. Myers says it is a bold move when it comes to public safety.
The time now is 4:35. The transformation to rapid transit in Indianapolis is almost complete. Indigo gave reporters a ride on the Red Line bus system on Thursday. The Red Line will run from Broad Ripple to the University of Indianapolis on the city's south side. It all starts officially on September the 1st. If you've ever considered public transportation, Indigo is now encouraging you to give the new system a try.
September is free for everybody, and I would highly encourage individuals to try it out. For many, if it gives you an opportunity to be car light or even think about maybe giving up a car, then there's cost savings in that. But it's another option, really. It's not looking to kind of replace something else. It's providing another way that you can get around.
After the free month of September, Redline fares will cost $175 for one trip. A day pass will cost you $4.
Well, an ethanol plant near Cloverdale in Putnam County is closing up shop in October, and with it will go 50 jobs. Poet, which describes itself as the world's largest biofuels producer, notified the state that it will close its plant on October 18th. The company chairman and CEO is blaming the oil industry, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the Trump administration for that decision. The Cloverdale facility processes more than 30 million bushels of corn annually. It is 4:37. The Indianapolis Fire Department is officially launching a program created by firefighters who are also animal lovers.
And so the Domestic Animal Rescue Treatment Program will help dogs and cats in need of immediate medical attention after fires or crashes. Sometimes in those situations, as you can imagine, pet treatment can get lost in the shuffle as families deal with injuries as well as the devastation. Under this program, animals will be taken directly to Noah's Animal Hospital.
We absolutely know that this is a very chaotic time for the human members of the family, and so by allowing the firefighters to take their pets to a local animal hospital, to an emergency center that can take care of them with oxygen and overnight needs and everything, the human family can really focus on taking care of their own needs. Do they have people in the hospital? Do they need to find housing? What are they going to do about food and shelter?
So keep this in mind. The services will not cost pet owners anything for the first 48 hours.
Well, 80 people are being charged in connections to multi-million-dollar scams targeting people from across the world. Next, how authorities crack down on the global internet scheme.
And funeral homes now offering live streaming of funeral services. When we come back, while they're offering this new technology. But first, let's check in with Alyssa.
And we are in store for a beautiful day today. Temperatures starting a little cool this morning, only climbing into the mid-70s this afternoon. A drier day with sunshine. I'll tell you what's in store for the weekend coming up.
Drive at Honda of Fishers.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana, 4:41 on your Friday, and we're keeping a close eye on traffic and construction this morning. Take a look here in Castleton. Good morning to you on the northeast side, and in Hamilton County as you're traveling southbound on I-69. Be aware we do have 3 lanes under construction right now in the southbound lanes as you're approaching 82nd Street and the I-465 ramps. So just take it slow and watch for crews and those orange barrels as you're heading through the area.
Here's a look at what will be making news today. President Trump will have lunch with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to talk about the upcoming G7 summit. President Trump and 6 other world leaders will begin meeting at the summit in France tomorrow.
Another day of protests planned in Hong Kong, where accountants are planning to stage a rally. Protesters are also planning to form 3 human chains along 3 major subway lines. The anti-government protest started 2 months ago, sparked by calls for the withdrawal of an unpopular extradition bill.
And lawyers for a transgender woman charged in the Capital One data breach will ask a judge today for her release. They say that Paige Thompson is being jailed with men, and they say that's a serious threat to her mental health. In the breach, Thompson took personal information from more than 100 million Capital One credit applications. The time now is 4:43, and now to an FBI takedown charging 80 people with stealing $46 million.
Yeah, this is all part of a global internet scam, one of the largest cases of its kind in U.S. history. ABC's Serena Marshall reports from Washington.
Federal officials are calling it one of the largest fraud and money laundering cases in U.S. history.
Some 80 defendants were charged, including many internationally.
An incredibly sophisticated ring accused of stealing at least $46 million through schemes targeting the elderly and vulnerable.
In some cases, the victims in this case thought they were communicating with U.S. servicemen stationed overseas.
And in a new scam, authorities say they also targeted big corporations and posed as personnel or vendors. Then they allegedly requested payment, and because they looked so real, companies sent them millions.
The corporation scam, where they're pretending to be a CEO and getting someone lower down on the company to send money is actually sort of a new sophistication for them. The Nigerians know that the more people they target, there's a percentage of them are going to bite.
Those that did lost tens of thousands. More than a dozen arrested here in the U.S. Those based abroad could face extradition. Many of the 80 suspects, Nigerian nationals. The FBI says their investigation all began in 2016 with a single bank account and one victim, but grew quickly.
Law enforcement agencies have received complaints from victims in every one of the 50 states and scores of foreign countries.
The defendants charged with fraud and money laundering. The indictment outlined how one woman lost $200,000 to the scammers. And even though there was this massive bust, it's unlikely any of the victims will get their money back. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
It is 4:45. Harvey Weinstein is now asking for his trial to be moved out of New York City. The former film producer is being accused of predatory sexual assault, rape, and other charges. The defense argues that the media coverage of this case would make it impossible for him to have a fair trial in New York County. They are proposing the trial be moved to Albany County in upstate New York or Suffolk County in Long Island. Weinstein has pleaded not guilty to all charges. His trial is scheduled to begin in September 9th.
That there in the box is a major problem. Nearly 4,000 people have been evacuated after a wildfire, as you can see, continues to spread in Northern California. The mountain fire has burned more than 600 acres in the Shasta County area and threatens hundreds of homes and buildings. A full evacuation was also ordered for the main campus of Shasta College in Redding. No injuries have been reported this morning. Fire officials say the blaze is only 20% contained. They could use some rain in that area. As we take a look now at central Indiana, 446. No rain in our forecast, but a beautiful day ahead, right?
That's right, Raphael. We are in good conditions today. We are going to continue to see temperatures a little bit below average as we head into the afternoon, only climbing into the mid-70s. And the one thing you'll notice today is we're going to see that humidity drop off. So we've had a few humid starts today. It's not as humid to start today, and it is going to continue to dry as we head through the afternoon. Right now it's 69 degrees in Indianapolis. Those winds are out of the northeast, about 8 miles per hour. Still a little bit humid out there, but nothing compared to how we started the past couple days, and that humidity will continue to drop off. You can see just to the south of us, right around Seymour and moving towards Cincinnati, we do have just this line of showers that's moving across. That's going to continue until about mid-morning, and then we will start to see that dry up. That's also bringing us a little bit of cloud coverage. We're seeing partly cloudy skies this morning across the Indianapolis area, a little bit more cloud coverage to the south, and then we are seeing mostly clear skies to the north of us, and we are going to continue to see a lot of that clear out as we head through the day. So what's going on is we're going to continue to see that small chance of showers until about mid-morning, mainly across those southern counties today, and then that is going to clear out very quickly. As it does, we are also going to see clearing of skies in terms of cloud coverage. So areas that do have a little bit of cloud coverage right now, you are going to see that clear out as we head into the afternoon. We're going to see plenty of sunshine. That is all due to that cold front that moved through. That has dropped those temperatures down. It's also dropped that humidity down, and now we have that high pressure building in, and that's going to stabilize us as we head into the weekend, keeping things dry, calm, and sunny on Saturday and into most of Sunday. Saturday is going to be our nicest day. Temperatures a little bit below average into the upper 70s, and then on Sunday, partly sunny skies. Temperatures are climbing a little bit more, and we are going to start to see that humidity popping back into the forecast. We're going to continue to see those humid conditions as we start the work week with chances of showers and storms. Today, however, it's going to be a beautiful day. Temperatures starting in the 60s across the area this morning. As we head into the afternoon, we're going to see those clouds clear out, seeing a lot of sunshine, and we're going to climb into the mid-70s. So it's going to be a cooler day, however, a comfortable day, especially compared to some of those days that we've had earlier this week. Looking at the weekend, 77 on Saturday, 81 on Sunday. That humidity back in the forecast late Sunday, but Saturday it's going to be dry and comfortable, just like what we're going to see today. Chances of showers and storms back in the forecast to start next week.
Alyssa, thanks. Let's take a live look at traffic right now. Good morning to drivers in Greenwood. This is a live look at I-65 in Greenwood near the Main Street exit. You can see traffic here is still pretty quiet this morning. No issues to slow you down, whether you're traveling northbound or southbound through parts of Johnson County. So let's take a look right now at our Traffic Now map here. You still see that closure on the southeast side. That was scheduled to wrap up tomorrow, but we know it's going to last now through Monday due to all the rain we got. Let's take a look here at some drive times, though. If you're traveling southbound on I-69 through Hamilton County from State Road 13 all the way down to the I-465 ramps, it's a 14-minute drive, so about a 1-minute delay compared to what you would normally see in that area, and that delay is near I-465 due to some construction. Let's take a look right now at a construction zone over on the east side. This is also part of that detour route for that 465 closure. You can see a stalled semi there on your screen, but traffic is moving along smoothly at I-465 and I-70 on the east side.
The time now is 4:49, and flowers are not the only arrangements people are purchasing at funerals. Now live streaming services are also becoming a popular option. The streaming allows family and friends to join in on the service from anywhere in the world. About 20% of funeral homes across the country are now using this technology. Funeral homes can now set up cameras inside to record, but may tack on an additional fee.
We still think funerals are something that you should stop and attend. You know, we're not trying to take people out of the chapel, but what we're trying to do is for the people that can't make it there, they deserve as much of this, exposure and it's grief resolution for them as well.
Another possible plus that after the service, families can also link that service and share it with family and friends.
Well, you probably know to keep your credit card from strong magnets, but what about leather? Apple is issuing a warning to the holders of its new credit card to keep it away from leather, keys, even loose change. The company says because of its abrasive materials, those can scratch the card. The fabrics like leather and denim can permanently stain it. The card is made of titanium and was just launched on Tuesday. Apple recommends keeping it in a pocket or a bag made of, quote, soft materials.
Indianapolis has now 2 free book sharing stations. Coming up on Good Morning Indiana, the new locations added to this public collection.
And security now top of mind in American churches and amid the recent mass shootings. All new at 5 o'clock, how law enforcement is teaching local religious leaders to prevent and prepare for active shooter attacks. But first,
I'm Vinny Politan. Today is the day on Court TV in our coverage of Florida versus Michael Draka. Both sides wrapping up their cases. We're expected to be in a verdict watch. What will this jury say? Will they convict Michael Draka of manslaughter, or will they find that he shot and killed Marquise McLaughlin in self-defense? We'll be on a verdict watch today on Court TV.
Hey, thank you so much, and don't forget that you can watch Court TV live where on your mobile device by visiting courttv.com. The time now 4:52. You are watching Good Morning Indiana.
Financing for 60 months on select 2019 Atlas models.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. It is 4:55 on your Friday, and we're keeping a close eye on your morning drive. Here's a live look over on the east side of town. I-465 and I-70. You can see we had a stalled semi here, kind of in the center lanes. But now police have arrived at the scene, so we're hoping that this area will be clear soon. Looks like traffic is still getting by just fine. Just use caution because this is part of a construction zone.
So beyond your public library, you have now another option, right, to check out books for free, which is not a bad deal.
Yeah, and it's really cute. The Public Collection and Art and Literacy program here in Indianapolis just opened 2 new book sharing stations. Take a look here. They're at Dr. MLK Jr. Park and downtown at the Athenaeum. Now, each station is designed by Indiana-based artists. Now, the program has 12 total locations across the Circle City.
So you call that cute, right?
I think that these little areas are so cute. Look at this.
So I have something cuter.
Cuter,
This is cuter, right? This weekend will mark the 80th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz. So here's where cute comes in. To celebrate, one hospital is dressing up newborns as some of their beloved characters. See?
Oh, my.
This is cute.
That's cute.
I beat your cute.
Oh, look at the Tin Man.
Look at that. Babies at West Penn Hospital in Pittsburgh were dressed as the Scarecrow, Tin Man, Dorothy, and the Cowardly Lion. The hospital frequently dresses up newborns for holidays. The Wizard of Oz was released, of course, in 1939 and remains one of Hollywood's most popular films. Oh, Don't wake her up. It's too early. It's only 4:57 in the morning. But is that cute or what, Lauren Casey?
Oh my gosh, those are so cute.
Yeah.
Those little outfits.
Yeah.
I love that.
There you go.
Scarecrow's not loving it though.
Okay.
Yeah, Archie got kicked out of the nursery though when we sent him there
Did
overnight because he was waking the other babies.
I thought it was because he was too
I
cute.
thought it was kind of like that. Oh, too cute. Yeah.
Troublemaker.
Yeah.
Early on.
So I understand.
Your forecast could go from cute to beautiful today, considering the temperatures.
It's going to be such a nice day, and we are in store for a beautiful weekend as well. Temperatures today into the mid-70s, so we're a little bit below average. The good news is that humidity is continuing to drop off. We are in store for a nice weekend. Sunshine, temperatures in the low 80s by Sunday.